Good morning, Bears. It is Wednesday, hump day. Love this title slide. Don't forget about that was our one of our Monday activities to create a title slide or a separate slide about your favorite athletes. Frankie's done a good job on this. Looks great, Frankie. Love Tony Hawk, a classic. He was a huge skater when I was a little bit younger. Not younger, but when I had little kids. And so my first skateboard for my son was a Tony Hawk skateboard. LeBron bringing the championship to the Lakers. We cannot go wrong with that. I am a Phoenix Suns fan, so I hope the Suns take them down this year. But good one. I'm sorry I'm not a baseball fan. Somebody's going to have to tell me about this one. And then we've got Goff. Goff is pretty good. Can he bring the Rams? I root for the Rams unless they're playing the Cardinals. And then I root for the Cardinals. I know some people say you can't have two teams in the same division, but I say the yay. All of these guys, elite athletes, they have metabolism that fires fast. We saw in our studies here that they probably took in more oxygen. So this is if without the doping, without cheating, training at high altitude, or just working out hard is going to train. And even the deep breathing activities we did a couple weeks ago, when you just do that, oh man, it changed your day. Just slow it down. Do like 30 of those, even without the hold your breath, but just deep breathing really slows everything down. It's getting that oxygen, which remember, the oxygen can go into your circulatory system. This is your heart pumping your blood, so it can come in through the lungs, and it also can come in through the stomach and food, and it'll come in that way. And then the circulatory system actually goes around here and deposits the oxygen into the cells. Now remember this, the way they did this, the cell looks like it's some kind of organ. Trillions. Remember, we studied trillions of cells. I think there's as many cells as your body. I heard someplace that there are planets and stars in the whole entire universe. And so we've got our own little crazy universe right here. And there's a lot of science behind when you think positive, when you eat right, when you do these activities, you are controlling the universe that is your body, these trillions of cells. That's why these topics are really fun. So remember, with the as the oxygen comes into the cell, trillions of them throughout your whole body, it's absorbing the oxygen, and it's also taking in the amino acids, which are building blocks to build material, skin, hair. You're constantly building your body. And the oxygen comes in, and then also, what's the other thing we need? Glucose, which comes from starch. And then, bam, the mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell, creates energy, and we can keep moving. So that's the overview. Now, guess what? We've already talked about this in our Sims. We've seen how food affects things. So today and the rest of the week, we're diving into food. What kind of food does an elite athlete, does a superhero need to eat? Guess what? There's debates on it. Some people, there's a lot of sugars, and the sugars, like we saw with those those bikers, those sugars give you a burst of energy. And we're going to watch a video today that actually talks about how different animals, same animal, one lives in the desert, low elevation, one lives in the desert, high elevation. So when we watch that video, we're going to try to tap in some of this health science. And basically, we're talking about dietary science, very hot topics. Some people intermittent fast. Some people eat only meat. It's called like a carnivore diet. People are on a keto diet. Is similar to carnivore in the sense that lots of protein, hardly any of the sugars. They don't have that many starches, and your body trains you to burn off your fat instead of the sugars. These are debatable topics. We're going to dive into it, and you're going to give your opinion as we go through the week. All right, let's take a look at our slideshow. By the way, good job. Frankie's on track. He has a screenshot. Notice the way I used it to talk. That's what you should have done in your essays. Here, why elite athletes get more energy. Elite athletes get more energy than the average person because they put greater physical demands in their bodies. As a result, they breathe more and take in more oxygen. Blood flow increases and pumps more oxygen to the heart. Athletes also get more energy because their bodies are well conditioned by regular aerobic exercise. Good nutrition and rest. That's why athletes get more energy. Bam! Way to go, buddy. Way to take us off running. Now, just for terms, aerobic is like running, jumping jacks, stuff like that. Anaerobic is like lifting weights, so there's like an in there. So it's the little terms. All right, let's dive into our study of food. We're going to look at these mice. We're going to look at athletes and different philosophies on eating. And we're going to come up with our own kind of claim on what we think is probably the best way to go. Let's do this. With Dr. Walker, he's got a new challenge for us. Let's take a listen.
Do you think we should knock again?
Oh no, once is enough.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Come on in, have a seat. You did such great work with Elisa that I thought you were ready for something else.
It's down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Jones pulls into the lead. Jordan Jones is the winner. Jordan Jones, number one.
I finally had 110% to give. And a lot of hard work got me across the finish line, and it feels great, yeah. Whew.
Jordan Jones won the American Cycling Classic this year. However, last year
They're coming around the final stretch now.
Last year in the official state cycling competition, he came in 35th. Now 35th in a race of hundreds is still very, very good.
But it's still not the same as winning.
Precisely. There have been questions about how exactly Jones was able to improve so quickly over just 1 year. In fact, his improvement is so dramatic that some suspect him of blood doping. Do you know what that is?
That's boosting red blood cells in the body to improve athletic performance.
Specifically to increase cellular respiration, yes. This level of performance increase in 1 year isn't typical.
So it's possible he may have been blood doping.
There are others who think that Jones might have made his improvement through permitted means, such as high-altitude training or even a change in diet. You will need to carefully investigate whether or not Jordan Jones increased his rate of cellular respiration through blood doping. If so, how can you prove it? If not, how do you account for his increase in performance? I have a patient to see, but I'm counting on you to do good work.
We will, Dr. Walker.
Let's get to work.
Another mystery begins. Let's check this out. So in the next few lessons, we will gather evidence to try to answer this question. How did the athlete increase his cellular respiration and improve his performance? Yesterday we read about blood doping, high-altitude training, but what about a change in diet? The National Biking Association has made some claims about Jordan Jones' improved performance. You'll need to determine which claim is best supported by evidence. This is going to be another mystery. Elite athlete Jordan Jones finished 35th in a competitive bike race last year and first in a similar race this year. How did he increase his cellular respiration and improve his performance? So let's look at the claims. Jordan Jones increased his cellular respiration and improved his performance by blood doping. Jordan Jones increased his cellular respiration and improved his performance by changing his pre-race meal. We're going to focus on that. Jordan Jones increased his cellular respiration and improved his performance by training at higher altitude. Let's start with claim 2. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, so let's dive into this. We're going to go watch the mouse video. Now, I'm going to try something a little different. If you're in Zoom, you're going to watch it right here on the screen. If you're not in Zoom and you're just watching this video, to save video space, I'm just going to guide you on where to go. You're going to want to go to your groups. Come on in here. Hold on a second. Go to our Schoology as usual. Everything is in groups. Go into your groups. And Superhero Students, if you're not in that for some reason. We're going to watch this video from Tuesday, Elite Athlete, Elite Mouse. Then we're going to watch a second video. And today's focus is, can you change your performance with different foods? Pretty simple question. So is it possible that he changed his performance just by diet instead of altitude training, instead of doping? And that's going to be our big conclusion for our Thursday, Friday epic. So today we're just researching it. So I want you right now to see how these mice, is there anything in the diet of these mice? Pay attention to the difference of these mice Is it genetic? And is there anything about the food they eat that changes how they survive, whether it's at high altitude, low altitude, because we're trying to study. So we're looking for talking about fats, carbs, burning glucose on mice first, and then we'll actually study human beings and make some conclusions. All right, so go ahead, go into groups if you're not in Zoom and click this. If you're in Zoom right now, I will click this for you and we will play the video. It's actually this one, Elite Athlete, Elite Mouse. I'm sorry, let's start it for you. Now, if it doesn't work, sometimes you have to load these on a different password. A different ID, your mom's, your phone, your standard. Hopefully this one should work for you guys. So go watch this and we'll check back.
Meet my colleagues, Nate.
All right, we wrapped up that video. If you're in Zoom, let's share out some things we learned about these mice. What can we learn about diet? What can we learn about the different levels of training? And how can we increase our stamina, become superpowered, super elite athletes? And how can athletes use food to help them? So just think of one or two things. Let's create a top slide. Went into Roberts. Stick with Robert today. Remember, this is our top slide. Sometimes you want to get a basic slide. Well, either way, it doesn't matter that much. Let's just add a new slide. Depends on you if you want to scroll down to find it. Everybody should know how to do this. I like to go down to that one. And then health, or let's call it nutrition's impact on performance. How about that title? And then nutrition's impact on performance. And let's just go 1, 2, 3 notes from the mouse video. So right now, that's probably all we're going to get done with today. 3 notes on the mouse video that we just watched. You don't have to write a C or anything. Just 3 things you saw that makes you think that nutrition can impact a performance. And then tomorrow we'll research some human beings and some of the different diets that are out there. And then we will come up with a nutritional proposal that you might want to give somebody that was trying to up their performance without cheating or moving to Colorado. All right, so 3 notes from the video right here that give us insights on nutrition's impact on performance. Do that right now. As we're sharing out, and we can share out some of our findings, and I'll fill this in at that point. If you're in the video, one thing I noticed is it said long distance running burns fat more. Let's see. Long distance running fat burning is more efficient. Efficient means the best use of energy. And then quick, hard workouts, starches, which is what? Glucose. Another word for glucose is sugar. Glucose is more efficient. So that's one note that we just saw in the video. So you can write that one down, and let's get a couple more. And then we will use this in our nutritional proposal tomorrow. Of course, you can go remember, anytime there's a word red, just do this. Everybody can be working on this right now. Okay. All right. So go ahead and finish that up. That's all I need to get done today. You can go 3 to 5. Let's say 3 to 5 in case there's more, because this is building information under observational research about the mice. All right. So I think we're diving into our how can nutrition impact elite performance. Tomorrow we're going to dive into a couple of more subjects. Ones that go to keto or carnivore, which is high protein, trains your body to burn off of fat. And then the other one is more of a mixed, more carbs, and your body can burn off of carbs. And we'll see which one of those is best. All right, get busy. This is all you got to get done today. And go wrap up your other activities. Turn old assignments in. Submit.